Hello, good evening, and welcome everybody, one and all, to another episode of the British Hive Mind, episode 48. And this is just going to be a quick roundup of what happened over the weekend, because, yeah, it's good. It was good fun. It was good jovial. It was a fair few people. I won't say a lot of people, but there was a fair few people there. A good crowd, good atmosphere. But we were hoping for so much more. I was hoping for a lot more people. I was hoping for a lot more action. I was hoping that a lot more people would turn up, and we'd take it further. We'd do something. We'd actually put some positive steps in action and some real, demands, some real political action, some real venting of our frustrations, and not just there to vent our frustrations, but to actually put the solutions in place and to let the people know more about what the reality is. So, yeah, I'm a bit disappointed, but I've seen from a lot of other people's live videos and a lot of other people's videos that a lot of people are a little bit disappointed about it, but we can't get disheartened. This is a march in London. A lot of the Brexit supporters are from the north. The big cities are full of Remainers, are full of people that don't really know anything to do with Brexit. They've not done the research. I shouted it many, many times that you just do 10 minutes research on the European Union and you'll find out the truth behind it. You'll find out that it is a dictatorship. It's tyrannical. It's a bureaucracy of protecting the major banks, big business, and big corporations that think that they can rule us. And it seems that people don't see it. People don't realize it. People don't recognize it. People are blind to the facts. And they must have gobbled up Project Fear and taken Project Fear and thought, oh, the world's going to end. Britain's going to destroy itself if we leave the EU. We can't look after ourselves. But, yeah. But our side, yes, there was strong support. Yes, there was a lot of informed people there. A lot of well-adjusted, well-informed, good people. Good, working-class, honest people that knew the ins and outs and knew the truth about the EU. And it was just a bit of a sad state of affairs when we didn't have the numbers that we wanted. We wanted to block the streets. We wanted to make London come to a standstill, but there weren't the people there. The police kettled us in. The police kept us in this narrow little pathway, following this little tiny pathway. We had a little bit of a walk up one main street, and then, the march started on a back street. They kept us there for a good half hour, 45 minutes in the baking sun, chanting. But yeah, and it just took a lot of the oomph out of everything, keeping us kettled there. I didn't like that at all. And yeah, as we were marching down the street, we were on that one main street, and then we went off down to Millbank, and then we were kettled into side streets and kept away. What the yeah, someone tried to ring me and I can't freaking finish. You can't ring someone when they're going live. It doesn't work like that. So let's just stop my live feed. Well done. Hello, good evening. Right, sorry everybody. I'll just have to reset this up again. Oh, stuff it. Hello, Tom. You can't ring me when I'm doing a live feed. It don't work like that.
Just talking. Hi, David.
Hiya, mate. Yeah, you can't ring me when I'm trying to do a live feed, or else it cuts the live feed off.
I just wanted to join in that, so.
Yeah, I understand.
Right, okay.
But I can't get it to work like that at this moment. If you want to try and, if you got Discord,
Yeah.
you can get in touch via Discord.
I find Discord keeps breaking up on me.
Right. Well,
So,
I'm sorry, fella. I'm going to have to end the call because I've got to get back on with the show. All right?
it's fine. I'll call you on Discord.
All right. If you join the live stream, maybe I'll be able to bring you in and bring you on the little camera bit as well.
Okay.
All right?
Right. I'll hang up now, so.
Sorry about that. I just got a bit of a Facebook phone call from Tom. He might be able to come in and join us in the room in a moment. But yeah, Facebook's kicked me off and banned me again, and Dave Wolf. Yeah, you can't badmouth the Queen, can you? Can't say that she must have known about the paedophilia from Philip and Charles. She must have known about it. Come on. So yeah, I put that on someone's post. Someone posted a picture of the Queen, and I said, "This is the truth behind the Queen." And someone must have reported it, and then I got blocked. Well done. So that miffed me off a bit. But back to the weekend, back to what the show was about, back to the weekend's action, because there were some great people there. Met some great people, great times. You know, lots of good talks, lots of good chats in the pub, lots of good information being exchanged. You know, waking a lot of people up to you know, the common law court and standing in lawful rebellion, things like that. But we saw that the police and the establishment corralled us into a tiny little back street of London, Millbank, next to the river. And you could see that it was there, it was done on purpose to stop us, to pin us in, to make us into this tiny little back street out of the way, so no one could see what we were up to, and no one could really hear our voices and get our voices, you know, our opinions across. And we got there, and we got to where the main stage was. There was some great music, there's a great sound system, I'll admit that, and the stage was all right, but it was in a really bad location. It was really uncomfortable. It didn't feel, you know, it was quite it's not a narrow street, but to have, you know, 3,000 or 4,000 people in that sort of kettled area didn't feel right. It didn't feel nice. It was uncomfortable. And yeah, from what I hear from other people, the event kind of got hijacked. It got taken away from the real people that wanted to do a proper demonstration and rally the troops up into a bit more of a solution finding group of people. And well, I'm gonna get onto the speeches, because the speeches, Gerard Batten's speech was absolutely pathetic. It was pathetic. If you hear him, you could just hear him begging for votes, begging for memberships, and how insulting to a crowd of protesters to say, "Oh, you've got to remember to go out and vote." We're out on the streets protesting. What does he think, that we aren't the people that go out there and vote whenever we get the chance? That was absolutely insulting. And then you take it to another level, because then, you know, when's the next election going to be? I doubt the government's going to force a snap election. We wanted to force a snap election. We wanted to do that, but it's not going to accept it. It's not going to listen to us. So it's going to pan things out for another 3 years. 3 years before we get another vote. 3 years before we get a chance to change this establishment or change the government in any form, or way, shape, or form. And we've not got 3 years. Not a chance. Not a chance we've got 3 years. The EU's collapsing. The banking system's collapsing. The whole country and society is collapsing. And these people are telling us to go out and vote when the establishment owns the ballot box, when the establishment owns the ballot counters. Come on. And I saw people lapping it up, going, hey, yeah, we'll go out and vote, yay. And I'm like, I was even stood there shouting, heckling the frigging speakers, because they were utter codswallop, trite, bogwash, telling us to go out and fucking vote and join UKIP. I'm like, UKIP, they're corrupt. It's been a corrupted party. It's been infiltrated. Christ, it had frigging Bolton the shill put in as a leader. Do you think that election was really above board? Do you think it was a really fair election? Because I don't think it was. I think they're an establishment. I think they are controlled opposition. You know, Gerard Batten's jumped upon the anti-Islam wagon to try to gain our votes and try to gain membership. Utter freaking codswallop. He has no plans or no idea what to do about Islam. Nothing. He said, oh, what did he say? He wants the Muslims to sign a bit of paper to say that they disagree with the 109 violent verses in the Quran. These are people that believe the Quran to be the word of God. Come on, how freaking naive are you? These are people that believe that it's okay to lie to the infidel to further the cause of Islam. Come on, wake up. So he's just tried to jump on the anti-Islam bandwagon because he saw Anne-Marie Waters and he saw Tommy Robinson and he saw others getting a lot of publicity and popularity through that forum and through that message. I do not trust him. Do not trust UKIP whatsoever. No matter, they'd have to strip the party back to its very, very basics to start again. And that's never going to happen. Never going to happen. They're a lost cause, the controlled opposition now. You know, they're run and ruled by the three major contributors. They are in buckloads of debt, trying to pass debt from Peter to Paul to Peter to Andrew. And it doesn't work like that. And you can now see that they're on a quest to get membership, to get the money from the people, to try to pay off the debts and to try to keep their frigging wages. It's obvious once you look into it. Once you scratch beneath the surface, it's obvious to see. But people lap it up. People think about it. You know, they got, what's his name? Frigging Nazi pug guy to make a little video, and they got thousands of new members from it. Nazi pug guy makes a little video and everybody follows and jumps on board and thinks that they're doing the right thing by joining UKIP. Oh well. They'll soon figure out when they've been led down the wrong path. And it miffed me off. Even Anne-Marie Waters made a speech calling people to go out and vote. And I was stood there shouting, oh, they own the ballot box. Our votes are worthless. We do not live in a democracy. No matter what we vote for now, the election's going to be rigged. Christ, did you see the news about Turkey's election being completely and utterly rigged? Yeah, you don't think that's going to happen here? That's most definitely going to happen here. You know, it's easy as pie to manipulate the postal vote, and it will be manipulated. You know, they've been doing it for the past 4 or 5 freaking elections. They've been manipulating the postal vote, and to not let the dragons speak. I heard Gary's speech. Gary's speech was bloody truthful, really full of truth, full of facts, and full of solutions. The right way to go about things, the right things to do, the right avenue to go down to get our country back. And it's just not on. They offered him the platform to speak. They were going to let him, well, they should have let him speak, but because he's coming out with common law, the true law of the land, the common law courts, the way to claim back your birthright and to become a living human being, the tyranny that we're living under, the corruption that we're living under, not only in the EU, but in the Houses of Parliament as well. He was going to hit upon all of these major points and offer the people the solution. But the event organisers and Mr. Robert Inman and Gerard Batten stopped him from speaking, didn't allow him to make his speech, and would rather have some frigging little girl, little bonny blonde-haired lass, sing a song, a copied song. She took a song, rewrote some lyrics to it, and now she's trying to get famous off it. Come on. If you're going to compose your own song, compose the music at least. Write some decent lyrics. And it was just a wishy-washy, pathetic lineup. Hey, the SAS guy, he was all right. And Tracy, I think Tracy spoke. But when that little girl started singing, I just had to walk away. I listened to their speeches, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna blow my top here. I'm gonna carry on shouting and screaming out, and heckling the speakers. You know, I don't want to do that. I want the speakers to reflect what I'm thinking and the way forward, not try to lead the crowd down a path of no return. Try to friggin' appease the police, try to appease the establishment, to leave them in power and in charge for another 3 chuffing years, where they're going to ruin our country even more, where they're going to pay the EU even more, where we're going to see more and more of our rights being thrown down the drain, where we're going to see more and more immigrants coming into our country to sully the votes and to change the demographics. Come on, people. This is just getting ridiculous. We've got to be able to see through the controlled opposition. And, it's just annoying. Really, really annoying that it was supposed to be a great celebration. It was supposed to be a big movement. It was supposed to be holding the government to account and making genuine demands and threats upon them. Crap, someone's at my door. Well, they can go away. And I've lost my train of thought now. And to see that the supposed anti-establishment parties were how can I put, were siding with the establishment. They weren't on our side. They weren't putting things in the right place. They weren't getting things going the right way. And, you know, I can't hold it in anymore. It's really getting quite annoying to see that the people that are supposed to be on our side are not on our side. And, yeah, I don't invite. I don't. Why should I answer my door to an uninvited guest? If somebody wants to come around to my house, they'll let me know beforehand. Anyways, that's ruining my train of thought now. But yeah, so the speakers, the thing, it stank. It stank of establishment. The way that we were kettled in, the way that the position that we had, the way that the lefties and the pro-EU people were given the major platform on the news and in the city centre as well. The way that Eid was thrown upon us. Disgusting. But how and yeah, I believe in what Gary said, that the Dragons need to start moving and shaking and doing their own thing in their own way, making their own events, because to deplatform him after they promised that they'd give him a platform it's scandalous, absolutely scandalous. Yeah. Okay, let's jump on here. Right. Sorry about this, guys. Let's just grab this. Right. Okay. I'm gonna come to here. Plummack. There we go. Yes, there we go, mate. You'll be able to jump on the Discord now. Just use that link and jump in. Connect. Right. So let's put that in place there. Right. Back on track. So, yeah, next thing is we need to start organising our own events, do our own thing, and make sure that we can have our own platforms. You know, the Dragons, they've got the PA system. I saw it on the bus that they brought to London before. They have their own PA system. I've heard Davey Russell mentioning that he has his PA system and they're ready to move and mobilise. Great stuff. That's what we need. They need to make their own we need to make our own platform and get things up and running ourselves, because it's just a sad state of affairs when the establishment has a controlled opposition that is now leading the anti-establishment movements. And you can see it, you can smell it, you can see it a mile away. So, yeah, what can we do apart from do our own thing our own way? You know, there's going to have to be some form of, without having to put things into action, how can we put a test in place to see whether these people are controlled opposition, to see whether they're properly on our side and support what we want, what we're looking to do, you know? Because I know for a fact that there's snakes, there's vipers infiltrating even our movements, let alone the political movements and the political parties, you know? But hey, we can't keep focusing on the negatives, because that was a good day. We had a good time. We met some great people. We got out there and we shoved it in the face of the establishment that we are not going to take it anymore. The letter has taken away our consent to be governed. That was a great letter, great idea. You know, I was talking to people in the pub, bringing up Article 61, bringing up lawful rebellion, bringing up the common law court, bringing everything up to get them to be properly free from the system. And yeah, they loved it. They thought it was great. And, you know, I think I've got 3 or 4 more people on board with us. And they didn't particularly know about the Dragons and the Dragon movement, but I can guarantee now they're going to go away and they're going to look and they're going to research it and they're going to probably end up joining us. Because at the end of the day, I'm a patriot. I stand for the rule of law, common law, and I stand for our constitution. They are the 3 main contributing factors to being a dragon. And if you believe in those same things, then come on board, be a dragon too. Be a dragon as well. And so we can't be disheartened. You know, the the establishment stacked the deck against us. The fact that it was in London and the fact that London's full of remorners and remorons, you know, I was walking back away from the stage and walking back in towards town, I think. I don't know London that well. And a load of Remainers came past. So I opened it up to him. I said, debate me. Come on, debate me. Let's have an open debate here and now in the street. Talk to me. Come on. You've got your ideology. You're willing to go out on the streets and wear your little banners and wear your pro-EU stuff and chant pro-EU things. Defend your position. Defend your opinion. Defend your side. Debate me. Debate me. And then they ran away. One of them came up to me and said, do you know what democracy is? That's the way, that's everybody gets the voice. And I said, yeah, we've had our voice. We won the referendum. Majority rules in a democracy. Get over it. And then he ran away. And then a bunch of the big football lads came over, freaking started scaring them. And they really ran away, rather scared. But, hey, I calmed them down. I said, well, I'm trying to have a debate with these people. I'm trying to get them to converse with me. Stop scaring them. But by then, they'd run over to the other side of the street and were trying to board the coach. And yeah, I saw a couple more and I'm there. Debate me. Come on, have a debate with me. Talk to me. Come on, defend your position. None of them could. None of them. Not one of them could actually say a decent point back to me. So then I started shouting the EU's a tyrannical dictatorship. Which EU president did you vote for? None of them. It's tyranny. And yeah, cognitive dissonance kicks in and they run away. But what can you do, eh? What can you do? There's these little Ramoners. They've not done any research whatsoever. All they do is watch the filth that's on TV. They've been sold out to Project Fear. They've sold their souls to Soros. You know, oh, we get a free travel pass if we can come to this rally. Woo! We get some. We'll get 30 quid, or we get paid to come to this rally. What? Cough. Absolute morons. If you've got to pay people to protest for you, you're not on the right side. It's that simple. If you've got to pay people to support you, you're not on the right side. That's all. But yeah. But there were good people there. There were good people. We had a good time. Had a good chat. And I just wish there were more. Next time, I think we're going to have to go different city. Londonistan is, yes, it's where the seat of power is. But on a Saturday, there's nobody in power in London. There's nobody there. The Houses of Parliament aren't open. So, you know, the Queen's not even in her place. Everything's shut. You know, yes, we get we're off at the weekend, so we got time to go and do something. But on the weekend, everybody else is off. So none of the politicians are there. Nobody's listening to us. It's what the media then portrays it as. And the media are never going to be on our side, are they? So, and the policing was absolutely chuffing ridiculous. There were thousands of police officers lining us, kettling us in, herding us around, filming us. And from what I hear from the reports, there weren't very many police officers around the Eid parade where all the terrorists are going to be and serious criminals are going to be. There was no real policing around the lefty pro-EU thing. Yeah, people just don't want to believe. Yeah, you're right on that, Paul. Yeah, that's what got me banned as Dave Wolf, telling the people that the Queen must have known about the paedophilia from Charles and Philip. She must have known. Christ, you can't turn a blind eye to it for that long. You know, these are really evil Luciferian people that have got the crown upon their head. And Yeah, I did say her head needs to be on a pike, and the sooner the better. The sooner we get her head on a pike, the better we can the quicker we can make our country great again. And yeah, got banned off Facebook for that. But like I was saying, we go there on a Saturday. It's hard for anyone to get into London. It's fucking expensive. You know, the hotels there are blooming expensive. The travel down there is bloody expensive. The taxi rides around there is bloody expensive. Even to drive your car there, back, or around London, it's bloody expensive. You know? And at the end of the day, it's full of people that voted to remain, or are immigrants and want to remain, or like immigrants that don't care for this country and don't particularly want to make this country great again. They just want to scam off our system and take all our benefits. You know, they put nothing in. You know, I was on the because I got the bus down, overnight bus down, and overnight bus back. Never do that. Do not do that. It's not a good idea. So I'm sat on this bus, and it's full of immigrants, packed to the rafters with immigrants. And I was just sat there thinking, they're getting our benefits, they're getting all the infrastructure, all the houses built, everything around them's built, everything. They've made our country great. Our ancestors did this. Our forefathers, our fathers did this. They put their blood, sweat, and tears into this. And you've just come here off the freaking banana boat and you're milking the system. You know, you've got no real right to be here. You're not paying into the system enough. You know, you get your free healthcare, free education, free this, free that, free money, free. And what have they paid for it? Nothing. You know, at least I've done the work. I've been a working man. I've done my work. I've fucking paid my taxes. Mum, dad did. Grandfather, grandmother did on both sides. You know, great grandfathers, all of it. Our lineage, my lineage is there. And we've all been paying taxes for fucking far too long. And now we're seeing people just coming and milking off the system. And you should have seen the demographic in the bus station in London. It was, utter madness. Utter madness. There was hardly any English people there. And it just annoys me when you can see the collapse of our society. You can see everything falling apart. You can see it there right in front of your eyes. And no one else can. And no one else can see it. And no one else can frigging open their eyes to it or even wants to hear it. Or wants to just bury their head in the sand and hope that it goes away. When it's never going to go away. It's only going to get worse. Only going to get worse and worse and worse. More taxes, less services. More people. You know, I went to a UKIP fundraiser after the event. That was quite funny. I was quite chuckled by that. Yeah, you're right. It is all the agenda. It is all part of the agenda. You know, they've been trying to destroy this country for a very long time and destroy its people for a very long time. But I went to the UKIP sort of fundraiser, little fundraiser raffle-y thing. I found it quite funny. Even though I was absolutely shattered and I couldn't properly string a sentence together. Yeah, or have, you know, meaningful debate with these people. I'd love to have done that. I'd love to have really started to pick into the leadership there because quite a few of the higher ups were there. And I'd love to have gone, pick some little holes in your story, see what you can do, see what your plans about Islam are. Come on, what are you actually going to do about it? You know, that sort of thing. And really get into them about it. But I was just too tired. That overnight bus, couldn't sleep a wink, and it was just awful. Do not recommend it to anyone. And yeah, so I was there, and there was a couple of good speeches, a couple of good people. One from the an MEP, part of the European Parliament, and he'd done a lot of work there. And yeah, he seemed to be on our side, fighting for our stuff in the European Parliament. And he made some good points about, you know, agriculture and things like that, things that I didn't really know about. And that was good. There was a good comedian there, made us laugh. And Then it came on to a few of the other speeches, and one thing that really stood out to me was the population density of this country now. Because we are a small landmass that's highly populated now, and our population density, and I remember his figures, it was like France taking in every person in Russia. 140 million extra people would get them up to the population density that we're at. And that was really gobsmacking. And he said it with integrity, he said it with heart, and he said it with, you know, don't believe me, research it yourself, see the facts, they are there. And I was just like, wow, that's true. You know, our population density, you know, the population, the figures are skewed because we don't know how many people are here. We really, truly don't. Well, yeah, because we don't really know how many people are here. We don't know who's here, what they're doing. We don't. They have to frigging run away and hide from anyone who questions them on that. And so our population is actually higher than the population figures that they're trying to produce. So our population density is even higher than what he was quoting. So that, like I said, it's like taking 140 freaking million people, putting them into France, and that would bring them up to the same population density as us. Madness, utter madness. And like you said, Paul, I want to move to the countryside as well. I'd love it. I want my own little farming things, little farms and farming things. That'd be great. And you know what I'd want to do as well? I'd want to get the ownership deeds to the land. And I'd like to declare it my own country. And I remember seeing a TV show on this once. Somebody wanted to make their own country in this country and secede from the United Kingdom. And it's possible. You can do it. And I think one of the major criteria is you have to have another nation recognize you and send you send you a document in the post to you, you know. So get a country to recognize you, bish bash bosh, and your own little country. You can make up your own proper laws. You can have your own immigration policy. You can even have your own currency if you want, which is fabulous, brilliant. That's exactly what you want, you know. Yeah, and it could be one of the best freaking countries in the world. But that's it's almost, you know, I've done it back 5-6 years ago. No, more than that now. 7-8 years ago. I couldn't stand this country anymore. I really could not stand this country anymore because of where I'm living. I hated it. I couldn't stand it. So I had to leave. I felt I had to run away. I had to get out of here. I was going to go blinking mental because I saw what was happening around me and no one would listen. No one would listen. I was predicting the future. I was predicting this. And I was predicting the mess that we were going to be in if we make it 10 years down the line. And yeah, I just thought, you know what? I can't deal with this country anymore. I hate it. So I moved away. But running away from a problem is one of the worst things you can do. You can't run away from your problems. You have to meet them head on. You have to really hit them head on, or else the problem's going to spread and spread and spread and spread. And yeah, like you say, you have to stay here. We have to bunker down. We have to make our stand. We have to. This is our country, our land. Our frigging grandparents and forefathers fought tooth and nail to keep this land the way it is and to keep it for their future generations. And we have to stand. We have to fight. And we have to protect our people, our children, our future generations, our culture, our customs, our laws, everything. And make Britain great again. I'm not so keen on those guys, but they're all right. They've got a good slogan. Yeah. We sure do. We sure do. That's it. You know, the time for, like I said with the speeches, the time for wishy-washy politics is freaking closing. Is coming to a bitter end, because going out and voting, there's still too many sheep out there. There's still too many immigrants. There's still too many soiled votes. There's still too many postal votes. There's still too much voter fraud. The ballot box is owned by the establishment. The counters are owned by the establishment. Yeah. Yeah, and I understand that Iceland's doing quite well. You know, once they kicked out the bankers, once they kicked out the government, once they brought things back to the way it should be and stopped immigration, they're doing really well for themselves. However, it's pretty blooming cold there. And yeah, I'm not running away. I'm not running away from England. I want to make England better. Well, yeah. Well, with your comments there about the Bible, I was going to try and make a comment on that, but I am an atheist. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. I believe it's all a form of control, and I believe that a lot of it's actually, well, the predictions and the end times have actually been staged and are actually being staged to suit this narrative. But hey, everybody's entitled to their own opinions and faith, apart from Muslims. Islam, not a faith. It's not a religion. It's a death cult. Death cult. Evil death cult that wants to freaking kill us all and dominate the world. No. That's not a religion. Just because you believe some freaking idiot spoke to God doesn't make it a religion. A religion is spiritual. A religion doesn't dictate to you how you're supposed to live your life, who you're supposed to like, who you're supposed to hate. Yeah. Let's leave that alone for now. Yeah, back to the weekend though, because we need to do better. We need to raise our game. That's the way. It's the way forward. You know, we need to start. Yes, we need to start organising, and yes, we need to come off these platforms to do our organisation. Yes, they're an all right tool to do some organisation, but we're preaching to the choir. You know, the same people that are watching my videos are going to be the same people that are watching Gary's videos. The same people are going to watching Sean's videos. The same people watching the same thing, and it's just preaching to the choir and going round and round in circles. They put us into echo chambers. They keep on. Yeah, they suppress our narrative and suppress us. So we need to get away from these platforms and really get out there in the street and really start making ends meet and really start meeting new people and opening their minds to things as well. Yes, we can have the social media side of things to invite them into and to bring them on board to, and we'll grow that way as well. But, you know, the people, your next door neighbor or the guy 3 or 4 doors down isn't going to be seeing what you're seeing, isn't going to be reading what you're reading, isn't going to be seeing things the way they truly are. And it's these sort of people that we need to start bringing on board with us and start spreading the word to. You know, I myself, you know, I need to do it as well. You know, it's not something, you know, we've got to do as we preach. We've got to do as we say. And yeah, as soon as I start to get a bit more eloquent with the common law courts and a bit more knowledgeable, and I've got a printer so I can print out the freaking paperwork and print out a bit more facts and information, then I'm going to start going around the pubs. I'm going to start going around my local pubs and start introducing people to it that way. You know, I might even take my little laptop with me and start introducing people to it that way. You know, get them signing up, get them coming on board. You know, maybe even try to organise a common law court night where people do bring the birth certificate along and we do it in mass. We do it a fair few whack at a time. Because once you start to realise the benefits of it and the benefits of going into lawful rebellion, boom, more money in your pocket. And that's what people want. You know, it's all well and good supporting a cause and being a patriot and loving your country. But unless you're, nowadays, it's a sad thing to say, but unless you're, financially rewarded for it, the tendency is not to do it. You know, if it's going to cost you money, cost you more than it's, if it's going to cost you money, you tend not to do it. Because you want to spend your money on other things, your family, your friends, going out, doing things, even just freaking basics like food and lighting, heating, things like this. We've been drilled and nailed down so much now that it's difficult to make ends meet. So if we can, if I can get to the pub and promise people, an extra £100 in your pocket a month, they're going to listen. They're going to come on board. They're going to join, and they're going to spread the word as well. And that's why I want the office as well, because it gives it a professional environment. Yeah, it's all well and good doing it in the pub, but to get somebody to commit to doing something in the pub and actually going away and doing it afterwards, it's, it's umming and ahhing. I wouldn't say it's a 50-50 chance. I'd say it's less than that. I'd say it's probably about a 30-70 chance that they're actually going to bother doing it. Even though you've explained it to them beautifully, you've told them to get this, that, the other, and, we're always here for backup if they need it. Join the groups, things like that. But, there's still a 70% chance that they're not going to bother doing it. Or they're going to lose the details, or, they're just going to get really, really drunk and not freaking remember it the next day, But if we were more professional about it and we had a base of operations to invite the people to the next day, hey, come down to the office, come and see us at the office, bring your birth certificate along with you, boom, boom, boom. It will work. It will work. But that's just the cost involved. We're going to start getting the money together and getting the costs involved. I'd do it as a sort of charity, non-profit, a non-profit organisation. Yeah, I'd like to. Well, it might just have to be volunteers at the start. But as long as we make enough to keep the office open, as long as we make enough to keep the lights on, that's fine by me. I want to do it to help people, and maybe later on we can start to maybe get a wage from it or something. I don't know, but I'm not one of these people that's gonna, we don't want to. I don't want to rip people off about it. I want to help them out with it. That's the way forward. We want to help people. We want to screw the system over by helping people. And that's it's the most noble of causes. We see a corrupt, tyrannous system, and we're going to help people, and in turn, that's going to bring down the system. Great. There's no more nobler cause. And yeah, as long as we can keep the lights on in the office, bish bash bosh. Happy days. So, anyways, anything else from the weekend? No, not really. Just mistakes were made. Not getting at anyone for this, because the great thing about mistakes is they breed experience. You learn from them, and we have learned from our mistakes. We will always learn from our mistakes, and we've seen that going with the the UKFM and these other groups and trying to attach ourselves to their marches, it's not the way forward. It's not right. It's not going to work. How many people at that Brexit march, our independence march on Independence Day, were chanting Tommy Robinson? It's nothing to do with Tommy. So now we see with every freaking march we go on, it's all, oh, Tommy Robinson. And That's just sullying the work, just sullying the core point of the rally. It had nothing to do with Tommy Robinson. Nothing to do with him at all. It was about our independence. It was about getting away from the European Union. It was about holding our government to account. It was about freaking making our demands and telling the government what for. It had nothing to do with Tommy Robinson, and people were still chanting it. So, like I said, on every march we go on now, what's that chant? Oh, everybody's going to be chanting that. Everybody. And yeah, have a Tommy Robinson rally. Go and have a Tommy Robinson rally and do things for Tommy Robinson. Yes. But don't dilute other people's messages by chanting Tommy Robinson. Yeah. Do you want to bet Melanie Shaw as well? Yeah. She's been in a much freaking worse position. Much worse. And she should be released. You know, the release date has been and passed, and she's still not out. 23 hours on lockdown. Disgusting. Solitary confinement. Disgusting. Frigging human rights violations. Political prisoner. Disgusting. Absolutely freaking disgusting. And you know, just because Tommy Robinson had quite a few followers and he did speak the truth and he did, you know, come out and talk, and he did lose a lot from his truths on Islam. And yes, he has suffered at the hands of the state. But we're not going to get anywhere chanting Tommy Robinson. It's not going to freaking do anything. All it's going to do is dilute the message of the other rallies and the real reasons and the real things we need to do. Because this government is not going to release Tommy Robinson. Not a chance at all. We have to get rid of this government. We have to get rid of this establishment to give Tommy even a chance to getting out of prison. But what? The people think that Theresa May or Sajid Javid is going to friggin' release Tommy Robinson just because there's a few thousand people on the streets chanting his name? Don't be stupid. We need to make, like I said, keep saying it time and time again. We need to make demands. We need to put ultimatums in place. And we need to say, you either do this or else. And if we can live up to those or else's, they will listen. They will have to listen. Well, anyways, on that note, I'm going to leave it for this evening. Have a good night, y'all. Thanks for your time. Very well. Fucking no viewers. Nothing.